That took focus, man.
There, I just changed the title to include Fade's story time.
And now we've
And
got like 30 more people in here.
something, I don't know. And actually, Fade, keep talking.
Yeah.
I need to go use the little rogues room.
Oh, good. I can start telling the story of when we met, because you always interrupt in this one.
Go ahead, I'm leaving.
It's actually more... Yeah, it's more fun when you're here, though, because there's some parts of the story where I get indignant noises, and I like those. Man. Oh, this is all awkward now by myself. Okay. So, we both officially met in high school. We shared the same science classes. I was taking advanced placement biology and advanced placement physics. Sassy was in the same courses there. However, if you were to ask her, we didn't meet in high school. She thought we met much later, because you see, she did not know or recognize or notice that I was there. I actually sat right behind her. In fact, I actually sat with her brother. But she didn't realize this. And it's kind of funny because science has always kind of been my thing. I'm not actually sure why Sassy was there. She's actually more on the music side of the spectrum. I'm left-brained, she's right-brained, we'll just say that. I couldn't read a note to save my life. But she was going into kind of language arts and writing degrees and such. She was ramping up to do that. And I was in science, because I have my talents spike in exactly one area, and that's I'm really good at science. So she was actually struggling there, and it was kind of funny because had she recognized my existence, I probably could have helped her in the class. Later, after we met and all that, our relationship was established.
I'm back.
I would show a picture in the yearbook, which had pictures showing of like different science rooms, and there was one picture where she's in the foreground in the science class, and I'm in the background doing something stupid with the test tube, thus proving that I was in fact there and that I was right.
Yeah, I conceded that you were right later. It was much later. But basically,
later, yes.
when I was in high school, I took a whole bunch of pictures of everyone because I wanted memories.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Continue.
Yeah, I took a whole bunch of pictures of everyone because I wanted memories. Thanks, Mrs. Wells. She goes, "Aw," and because I didn't know you existed, probably. Poor Fade.
Well,
and
to be fair, I wasn't really
Fade.
interested one way or another at
Fade.
that point. I'm sorry. Continue.
You interrupted me.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
But anyways, it was actually like the summer following graduation that I was putting pictures in an album that I'm like, oh, I've got 2 pictures with him in it. And one was when in biology class where we were dissecting cats, and oh no. No!
Oh my gosh, I hope I wasn't doing anything stupid in the background involving the cat.
Phew. No, well, if you were, I don't know. It was his team. I was not on his team. And
I will say that I was a bit of a deviant as well.
Rip Boyd.
Sorry,
Boyd. R.I.P. Oh wait.
I was a little bit of a deviant in high school.
GG. Sorry, Boyd. I thought that went the other way around. But yeah. So he was right. Fade was like, science is my girl. I don't need anyone.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
Also, thank you
Science
for the Bets Here Blues. We will get to that. She goes, now where are the babies? I will probably have to answer that one. He's not going to want to answer it.
I'll probably take a look at that point.
It's fine. Go ahead, Fade.
Yeah. So.
You do your version, and I'll.
Oh
do
yeah,
mine.
I was gonna say I was a bit of a deviant in high school.
Sassy's real name, Science.
That's funny. I never actually got in trouble because I was diplomatically inclined enough to not get myself in trouble. Instead, I could set the situation to do it. Okay, there were other people that weren't so great, and I was pretty good at manipulating the situation. I'm not proud of it, but...
Yes, you are.
They were jerks. Okay, you try to walk up to a guy 3v1, and they're trying to pick on me. They're like hitting my friend with like a bit of wire. You know how the
Yeah.
if you have somebody mark out where the wires are underground in your yard, and they'll put little flags in there. There was a group of 3 that for some reason just targeted me and my other friend, who happened to be overweight, and I think that's what made him a target. And I was quiet and didn't really care about people or talk to them. And high school, at the time, a lot of people probably deal with stuff like
He
this.
never
It was very
talked.
cliquey. It was
Thanks for
very
the
cliquey,
lurk,
you know. People
Soul.
like, they're like, "Oh, you're not wearing this brand of shirt that we are. You're dumb." And I'm like, "You're basing your wanting to be a friend with me based on my clothes. You're dumb." So my group was very small and included people that didn't care about that kind of thing. But anyway, this also made me a target. So, they would bother us on the way to the bus stop. Now, they were unaware that I'm also a martial artist, and they became aware of that fact. We'll just
Thanks,
say
Blues.
I didn't hurt anybody. But when they went to hit my friend with his
That didn't work.
with the wire fence, I did kind of kick it out of his hand, which shocked them enough to run away.
Oh my gosh. Nice try, Blues. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Streamlabs Soul Malar jumps into near his soul. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's a lurk message. Anyway, I deviated.
You did. You got off track. Fade.
Sorry. This will happen.
It's normal for him.
Anyway, never came to blows or anything, but why was I even talking about that?
I don't know why you were talking about that. You got
high school,
distracted.
The very end. Okay, at the very end.
I think you're proving the
the
point that you don't care about certain things like brand or whatever. No, it didn't work. That's okay, Blues. Don't you worry about it.
Anyway, how we met. So, one of my friends, we'll call him Nelson. He would be going away to the Marines at the end of high school, and after that, he'd be on his mission trip. He's a Mormon.
That's okay. Don't
And
worry
so
about it.
no, I'm just explaining the fact that
Fade.
Mormons, they have these. Oh, sorry. Anyway, they have these mission trips, and so he was going to be away for several years. And case point, I wouldn't be able to see him for a long time. So he wanted to schedule one last hurrah and plan a trip for us to kind of do one last thing as friends at the end of the summer, at the end of the school year, as the summer's coming on.
And this is when
So,
we're all
he invited
18,
me.
we just graduated and all that. Then confusing the hubby since high school, says Blues. It's true. They're all laughing now. Because you got
Oh,
confused.
It's known to happen, yeah.
Happens a lot.
So I'm kind of like, again, social things going out. I'm like, eh. But he's my friend and he wants to do it. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Sure, I'm in. Now,
Thanks,
this is an important thing. I just agreed to do something. For me, when there's a plan, I see it through. It has to happen. It's a tick in my brain. If
It
there's a
has
plan
to.
and it doesn't happen, something in my head snaps. It
That's
just
so
breaks.
Cute, Fade, you have a flower crown now. On your emote. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. I love it.
Yes.
Anyway, once I have made up my mind that something's happening, I kind of need that to happen. It's an impulsive compulsive thing.
Yeah.
Obsessive compulsive thing. So anyway, this has now been determined. This is set in stone. We are doing this. Okay. So then he invites his friend. I'm going to name him Tamble Goglin.
Oh, that's a good name. Tamble Goglin,
That's a good name for this guy.
Yeah.
I want to emphasize that this was Nelson's friend and not really mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tamble Goglin invited, we'll call her Scarlet, which was
I'm
his
picking up what you're putting down.
girlfriend at the time.
And Scarlet was my
her friend was Sassy's friend.
Yes, and she
So-
didn't want to be the only girl, so therefore she invited me.
Okay, I'm gonna careful,
What?
Sassy. You always cut ahead. I'm just nipping this in the butt. Okay. So that's
I'm
correct.
just
so
saying.
that was how Sassy got involved. Okay, so now my parents are highly traditional. To the point where, so I had asked, could I go? Don't have my own car yet. And, you know, I'm just out of high school, so I'm like, can I go? And they're like, what are you doing? I'm going with my friend, Nelson. We're going to go to Six Flags. That's our plan. We're going to be down there for a few days. We're going to camp out, campsite. There's a Jellystone National Park themed campsite, the KOA right across from it. We want to go down there.
Thanks
And she's
for
like,
the
yeah.
tier 1 sub. Oh my gosh, thanks so much. The F thing is fine, Chris. I'm fine with that.
I asked my parents, and they say yes. And
as
then
long
after
as
they
it's
said
not
yes,
often.
and when they say yes, you know, then they said yes. After that, I found out the other people were coming. Now again, my parents being highly traditional, weren't all that enthusiastic, knowing that there were going to be girls coming with us. Now, you know, Nelson, you know, he comes from this strong Mormon family. I mean, he's as good and honest person as you possibly could have. You know, so, and I, honestly, I'm just going because I promised my friend I'd go. I'm not even that interested, but it's in my head that I'm going to go because I said I'm going to. Anyway, we convinced them we're going to call every night. The ladies are going to have a hotel. Sassy and Scarlett weren't interested in camping, as I recall.
I'll think about it, Blues. Just for now, don't even imply it, because I do try to keep this as PG as possible. So, but you just deleted the one message.
Okay.
So never mind, Chris. I redact my statement before. You're good.
But basically, Sassy, you and Scarlett didn't want to camp, if I remember correctly. So
I don't remember.
We were going to. Okay, well, that's what I recall, at least.
That's not exactly what happened.
Just stop right there.
Yeah.
We always disagree at this spot. Just stop. Just stop. But anyway.
Right. We do.
Anyway, we were all getting ready to go, and this Tamil Goglin, Nelson's friend, was also staying at Nelson's house because he was having problems at his own place. Tamil Goglin had a history of making bad decisions. So while Nelson's family is giving him a place to stay, he snuck his girlfriend in, and they did stuff.
That's not good.
Not good. And they decided to record stuff. And then it got found by Nelson's siblings.
Little
like
siblings.
Very, yeah. Again, Mormon family, lots of kids. And so they found said tape. Very not good. Obviously, their parents, not happy. It's like, no, we're calling off the whole thing. And, you know, I had nothing to do with this.
Yeah,
Nelson
none
had
of us
nothing to do
did.
with this. Sassy had nothing to do with this. It was just those two.
Yep.
And
they didn't even tell me right away.
Yeah, and also, I think, as I recall, Sassy, you were kind of meh about going too, right? But then
I was until I was told that I couldn't go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so keep that in mind. There's more to that part, but there's a reason I'm not bringing it up yet.
Yeah.
So, Nelson calls me. I'm at home and says, Fade, sorry, we're going to call it off. I'm like, why? He tells me it happens. I was like, well, that's terrible. I can understand your father being upset, but why can't we go? He's like, well, we just can't. I was like, but I need to talk to him. I was mad. I was like, I need to talk to him. Put it on the phone. He's like, no, Fade, I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm like, put your dad on the phone.
It was not a good, yeah. That
I was
happen.
very heated. I'm mad. Now, what's funny is, I don't know the exact timing here, but right about this time-ish, Sassy's calling in. And didn't you talk to Mr.
Yeah. So
Nelson?
Scarlett
Sassy talked to him.
Scarlett gave me a call at 10 p.m. the night before we were set to leave. And so we're all packed and ready to go. And then she goes through this super long people, whatever. And I don't know. She just went to. I finally got the truth out of her. It took a long time, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna talk to him. So I call Nelson's father at 10 at night, and I spoke to him, and through my power of persuasion, managed to get the trip back
Sassy
on.
pulled it out. Yeah, she did. It's crazy. And I'm thinking right about when she's doing that, I think Nelson is blocking me from doing the same.
At 10 p.m.
So,
really?
it was pretty late. Come on, it's Nelson. Come on.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, this is the guy who tries to mow his yard at night and don't. Oh gosh, you want stories? I got stories on this guy. But anyway,
That he does.
wow. That's for another episode.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
another
it's back on.
Yeah,
The
it's back
episode
on
of our
so we
life.
could go. Thanks to
It's back
yours
on so we
truly
can
right
go.
here.
Yeah, Sassy pulled it out, and it was crazy because had this trip not happened, we would not have ended up together.
It's true.
So, we go, and we're let's see, we're picking everybody up. I remember we were late. Sassy's first impression of me, I think, was me like wearing khaki shorts, eating a banana. No, khaki pants.
Probably, yeah. It was weird.
Yeah, we were having to drop off Nelson's pod people. The entire family looks the same. They're just different stages of development. They're all mini Nelsons.
Yeah, the family resemblance is strong without.
They all
Well,
sound
I mean,
the
two
same.
of
What's
them
really
are
funny is-
identical twins. I mean, come on.
Well, Nelson, my friend, he has this high-pitched, squeaky voice.
He
And they all have that same thing, this really watery, high-pitched,
they're
squeaky
adorable. They're super
voice. Okay,
cute.
again,
Long-faced
pause
man
for a
eats
moment.
banana
Remember-
and khakis. Yep, that's right.
yeah, that's how you pick up the ladies, guys.
Yeah.
So, remember, Nelson is going to the Marines. So, fast forwarding, he goes to the Marines, he comes back, and he's just he's like buff.
He's
okay,
built.
he was
Oh my
not
gosh.
buff when he left. He's built. He's buff.
He's not a
then he's
scrawny
like,
little guy anymore.
No, but then he's like, he opens his mouth. He's like, "Hey, Fade, how you doing?"
We love him. Fade, you got distracted again. That's okay. But anyways, wait. Six Flags. Another big thing about this trip that it was in a completely different state. We went to the one in Missouri, so it's like
Missouri. I still hold a grudge against Missouri.
6 or 8 hour drive or something.
Yeah. Before you go too far, we're getting okay.
No, that's fine.
So we're driving down there. Nelson is borrowing Dad's van, which is a big Econoline.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
And-
it's a massive van.
Now I'm halfway tempted to talk about the chips here or the hat, but I'll leave that part out for now.
No, don't talk about the hat.
Okay. That'll be a different stream. But anyway, we're heading down there. We drop off the ladies at the hotel, and now we're going to go.
Oh, that was
to,
part of the agreement. Was that we had to be in
Yeah,
different
part of the
sleeping
agreement.
arrangements.
And I think that was going to work out anyway, because I just seem to recall that you guys weren't really all that keen about camping.
I was whatever.
Oh, by the way, Tamble Godwin, when we go to pick him up, he doesn't have a backpack. He literally is bringing all of his clothes in a pile, which he just carried in his arms and threw in the back.
Yeah, that was weird.
I don't understand this guy. Anyway,
I think I need.
put it in a suitcase or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
something.
planes get dropped off at the hotel, and then we are on our way to the campsite, which we knew exactly where it was, and we drove there perfectly without any problems with navigation. I am lying. So
There's a little bit of frustration
at some
there.
point, we literally ended up in a different state.
What's it a great?
I don't
Wait.
even know how.
Oh my gosh! Yes, I had forgotten about that. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm glad I
So
was
we're
not
wandering
there for
around.
that.
Yeah, we got lost.
I think you ended up in Illinois or something.
We did. We ended up in Illinois, and that's where we knew we made a mistake because St. Louis is not in Illinois.
No, no, it's not.
So if you take anything away from this
he
session,
got lost.
St. Louis is not in Illinois.
Yeah, St. Louis is not in Illinois. Well, part of it might be actually, but
I would like to believe that, because then we sound less dumb.
Well,
Nelson was driving, not me, but it would have gotten. I
Fade was
think I
not
was trying to
driving.
navigate because Tamagogon was in back asleep. Anyway, I love that's his name for this.
Tamagogon, yeah, that's beautiful. For weird reference, Tamagogon is like a D&D reference that we're using, so is Scarlet.
He's a derpy lord.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Tamagogon
Lord
the third.
Tamagogon the third.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I love how we just picked that up together. That's great.
Well, we've been married a while, so.
Yeah, we work well together.
Yeah.
We turn off on a road that looks like it leads to a campsite, and it starts to spiral deeper and deeper into these woods, and the road's getting narrower and narrower, eventually becomes gravel, eventually becomes nothing more than 2 tire tracks in the dirt. And at that point, we realize we've made another mistake, and this is not it. I don't even know where this is going. It's like taking us in the middle of a field or something. It just felt like we're spiraling down into the earth deeper and deeper. And there's like, again, we're in a Econoline van, so
Yep.
turning around, that was a challenge. I think we literally had to back our way out of that place. We
That's
get
scary.
to the campsite probably around 2 a.m. At that point, the place where you check in is closed, and we the place that had designated for us, it was supposed to be a place where you could pitch a tent. So we get to the lot assigned to us, and it's a sandbox. It's a big box that's got gravel in it, and underneath the gravel is cement.
Not good
To
for
pitch
pitching a tent.
you need
Hey,
to be able to put
Alpha!
stakes in the ground.
Alpha Uprising, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It is story time with Fade right now. He's telling the story of how he and I officially met.
Yep. Right now, where you're coming in the story, Sassy and her friend are in a hotel near Six Flags, and I have been lost for several hours with my other friends trying to get to our campsite, and we have now arrived at our designated sandbox full of kitty litter that we're supposed to pitch a tent in.
Yep.
So, you know, we
Nice.
didn't know at first. I take out a stake and I take out a hammer and I go, "Ping!" And it just bends the freaking stake, and I move the sand away and there's concrete underneath. I'm like, oh wow, the
It's
level of
not good.
intelligence is astounding.
Ooh.
So,
I did
instead,
all that. This
we're
looks
like,
like
you know
a
what,
weird
whatever.
man. Sorry, Fade.
We will worry about that one later. We're hungry because we've been driving forever.
Yeah.
It's late. We need to eat. We can't see. None of us brought flashlights because we're dumb. So we turn on the headlights to the van, use that as our light. And we're like, we're going to worry about how we're going to pitch a tent here later.
I agree.
So we sit at the down at the picnic table, and we had all this ramen with us. We broke open every single one we had, poured all of it into the same pot. And we didn't have bowls, because, again, if we establish this, we're dumb. So we only
18
had
years
cups.
old, first time going out of state and everything. Thank you, Disaster Strikes. Yeah, I'm really liking it. It does
Also-
look like a weird man, though. Fade, you should look at this. It's a weird man
Okay.
with a heart-shaped head.
Okay, what?
I don't know what they're doing.
I have to wait for the stream to catch up
With
here.
one shoe. There's one shoe. Right
Is it
here.
an Afro boot?
No.
Oh,
Hey, Milo!
I do no dance.
Hey Milo, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. No, it's not blues. It's gonna stay that way.
It's not anatomically correct. Because
Yeah,
it has a hard
that's
head.
fine. That's fine. It's not like
Okay.
Albert the Bull.
Eh. Yeah, he was correct in every way possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Anywho.
Albert, I love you.
Ooh.
Anyway,
Hello, cows.
so
Eh?
we eat our shipwreck of ramen, which had every color of salt known to man in it.
Every color
We just
of
scoop
salt.
Yep, you take your cup, your little plastic, your little styrofoam cup, and just dunk it in there and pop the ramen. Bleh. So, meanwhile,
Cow.
again, Nelson getting ready to go to the Marines, and he's got a big knife on him, just like a hunter's knife, kind of a multi-tool, really.
It's a big knife.
Other friend also had like a butterfly knife on him.
Yeah, okay, the
And,
butterfly knife, this big. The marine knife, this big.
Now that's a knife.
It was a machete. Oh my
He had
God.
like a freaking machete. And this will become important in a minute. We had to ad-lib some things, cut some ropes and stuff like that, you know. So there's legit reasons why we had these things. I didn't have a toothpick on me, let alone any blade, but whatever.
It's
I'm
ironic.
like
Mr.
MacGyver. I
Mountain
don't
Man
need one.
wasn't prepared.
I'm like MacGyver, man. I'll find a ruler and a paper clip and a pile of dirt, and I'll do something with that.
It's true.
Um,
Oh my gosh.
I'll probably end up with a dirty ruler.
Milo,
but,
this is
anyway.
what happens when people ask fake questions. Just so you know.
The mistake will never be made again.
Never, probably.
So, we're sitting there eating, and you know how lights will attract moths, yeah?
Of course.
Well, this late at night during this season, there can be some pretty big ones. Have you guys ever heard of a lunar moth?
Lunar moth.
That sucker looks like a cigar with wings, okay? It's big. And so, Tamogoggon's sitting there, and these little moths are coming up, kind of bothering him. So he swats one. It dies. The moment that happens, this gigantic freaking moth the size of a freaking seagull flies down and hits him in the side of the head. Funk! He freaks out. Spills his ramen everywhere. Jumps up. Jumps up. Then sees it fly away. At first we thought it was a freaking bat. Then it flies back over and it's just floating over. I don't think it hit him on purpose. It's just the timing of it was hilarious. It's flying all over the place. He decides to grab his freaking butterfly knife and start chasing it.
Milo, hold up, Fade. Milo goes, what was the original question and how far has the story veered from it?
Actually, we're on track.
We're pretty on track with the story, which is shocking, and it's how Fade and I met. Although, I mean, I could tell it to you in 2 sentences.
Welcome to my internal stream of... Yeah, we could do it in 2 sentences. Where's the fun in that? Welcome to my internal stream of consciousness. This is what it's like in my head.
I know. This is what I listen to on a daily basis.
It's crazy she hasn't gone insane yet.
Yeah, well...
She's a saint. I love you, cutie.
I love you too, Matthew, honey.
Thank you for listening. Yeah. Whoops, Dingles. Anyway. You're funny.
But we want story time with Fate. Oh, you got it. It's cool. Yeah, I'm letting it happen.
The way she said that, you got it, whether you want it or not. It's
yeah, it's happening now.
The maple has landed.
What the heck was that language? Oh, it was nothing. It was me saying a word that.
Words. It's Swedish.
Yes, totally.
Anyway.
Totally Swedish. Yeah.
And drinking milk.
Yeah. Yeah, milk.
Anyway.
It was my error. It's
funny.
fine. It wasn't a bad word or anything. It's just, you know.
No, not at all. Not at all. What I attempted to say right there is I'm drinking milk. Anyway. So,
well,
we now have a guy chasing a moth with a butterfly knife. My friend Nielsen, being the voice of reason, decides that that knife isn't large enough, so he pulls out his own, and now he's chasing it. I'm just eating freaking ramen.
They're chasing
so they're running around all over the place.
Moth with a machete?
Yep, that's what
oh
they're
my
doing.
Gosh.
You know,
dude,
I guess it had to
crazy.
die because it offended their honor or something. I don't know.
What's wrong?
So,
in
the battle between Moth and humankind, the humans are now chasing their leader. And I stand up and I'm kind of walking around, just kind of bemused, watching the whole thing. And then this moth lands on my pant leg. And these two friends of mine come running at me with knives.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Stop!
Oh, that's bad.
I'm just kind of looking at it like, hey guys, this thing's kind of cool actually.
Of course
and we're like kind of going like, I'm like, I want a picture. It's climbing up my pants. I can feel the weight of this thing tugging.
Disaster Strikes goes, what? Yeah, he has weird friends.
It's fine. Hey, we're
Next time you should tell him about that spider, since you like to have random critters crawling on you.
Oh, gosh. This will never end, Sassy. This will never end. I'm just realizing how many stories I actually have.
You have a lot of stories, Fade. That's why you need your own podcast. So... I'm with Caesar on this one.
I said we're doing a hybrid stream today, just chatting and a let's play.
Yes. I changed my title to include the story time.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So regardless, at this point, things cooled down. We're like, okay, let's take a picture of it. Very disappointed. The picture didn't come out because we're going later on. We're going to visit the girls. And I'm like, I want to show them this gigantic moth, and it didn't turn out. And
He
we
doesn't
tell
want
her
his
the
own.
story.
It's okay.
They'd like, I don't even think they believed us.
I saw the thing.
So in the morning, we still have to check in. So we go to the check-in area. You know, you walk in through the little general store, and then back there's a little cash register, and there's somebody there who's probably around 16. It's important to note here that we all just turned 18 in our group, and to reserve this place, Nelson had called in using his father's credit card to reserve the place with his father's permission, and that's how he got the reservation. Well, we walk up to confirm said reservation because we're going to be there for a few days, and this person, who again is about 16, says no. And I'm like, excuse me? And she's like, no. I'm like, why? Well, everyone in your party has to be 21. I'm like, everyone in our party has to be 21?
Does not make sense.
Yes. I'm like, okay, one, I'm older than you. Secondly, you can work here, but you can't camp here. Oh, okay, I'm going to let that go. We made a reservation, and there is nothing indicating any age limit.
Or age requirement.
We are here now, and we don't have any place to stay if this doesn't go through. Like, sorry, everyone has to be 21. I'm like, kind of rubbing my temples right now. I'm like, okay, let me understand this. This campground is called Jellystone National Park Campground. She's like, yes. Okay, that's a Yogi Bear reference, right? Yes. Like, okay. So this KOA, which is themed off of Yogi Bear, which is right across from a theme park, doesn't allow kids in it?
That doesn't make any sense. Let me talk to manager. Enough said, says Sugar. Hey, Sugar!
No, buddy.
Hi!
Yeah, hi, Sugar! I'm telling a story of a mental breakdown / when I met Sassy.
Yeah, can you just hear his frustration right now? Because that's what it was like at the time, too. Oh my gosh, welcome, okay. Sugar.
So you have to also consider I'm probably easily the shortest person amongst the three there.
That's
I'm
true,
just like
you didn't grow until later.
No, I was, okay, here's how short I was. Sassy and I could look eye to eye. Okay, so
he was 5'4".
I'm surprised I didn't get more of a reaction out of her there.
No, it was great.
Anyway.
I know I am of shorter stature.
If you guys are League of Legends fans, she's about the size of Poppy.
Hey, so, I'm not Poppy size. Poppy's like 3 feet tall. No.
I love you.
Now, Faye's like 5'11" now, so, or 5'11" and a half.
5'11" and a half.
Oh, excuse me. Well, then I'm 5'4" and a half, mister. Get it right.
But you're not.
Yes, I am. I am.
Barefoot? Okay.
I am 5'4" and a half.
Okay.
Sassy is fun size, says Sugar. Yes, and Caesar's just laughing up a storm. This is how we talk.
We get along.
A lot of people think we're arguing. We're really not.
No, this is just communication, guys.
This is how we talk. Man. We tease a lot too.
Oh yeah, that's how you know you're friends, right? You tease each other.
Yeah, it's a prereq.
So anyway,
don't forget that half is very important. It's right.
Yeah. So I'm blowing a casket. The smallest member of our party, I'm blowing a casket. I'm like, I need to speak to your manager. Like, I don't know. I must have looked. Okay. I don't get mad that often.
I agree, Sugar.
But once the fuse is lit, it's lit. Okay. When it happens, I get hot. Well, I'm a logical person, and when things don't logic, and I explain it in a logical way and provide evidence, and that evidence is ignored, I kaboom.
Sugar says you gotta take you off the chocolate milk.
That will just make things worse. So, they start pulling me back by my arms. I don't know what it looked like or what I said, because I don't remember. My mind went blank. That's how good I was at the moment. And they just pull me out.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? We've been wronged here. We need to, like, talk to a manager or something. They're like, no, let's just go. I'm like, where?
They should have talked to a manager, though.
Yes.
But not angry.
Anyway, we left. But there is a consolation prize, though. There's a consolation prize. So, as we're leaving, and this is kind of a theme with Nelson, he had those posts that kind of show which campsite is yours. He did run over that on the way out, so I felt good about that.
So does this how many does this story have? All of them. Okay, yes, all of them.
Every single one.
Every single And this is just during the fade part of the story. I'm not even in this section of it.
Oh, I don't even know what you're doing over there. I'm assuming that you are just sleeping soundly.
We're sleeping in the motel. You said it was a hotel.
Yep.
It was a motel. But even so,
it was a motel. That is actually an important distinction. Anyway, we drive to ye old motel, and where we spent the rest of our nights while we were there.
Hugh, H-O-U-G-H. How do you say that? Hugh. I'm gonna call you Hugh. Welcome to the stream with Storytime with Fade. Fade is my my hubby. You're loving this disaster? Awesome. But yes, Fade is my hubby.
This disaster? I like that.
And we're both we're the Rogue Alchemist team. I'm Sassy Rogue, he's Fade Alchemist. We do have a YouTube channel that's exclamation point YouTube, and feel free to check us out. Anyway, enjoy.
Chat made the mistake of asking me a question.
Yes, they asked Fade a question, and instead of him typing out like a 2-sentence answer, he decided to get on voice chat. It's so fun. Thanks for the follow. Hey, you! It's too dangerous to go though, and take this. Thanks.
Oh, I get the reference. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Fade, back to the story.
That's funny. I'm sorry. Who said that? Who had the reference?
That was Hugh. Thank you, Caesar.
Oh, you did. Yep. Starbomb. I get it. I like it. I've been spamming their music. Okay. Anyway.
Awesome. How long has this been going? At least an hour and a half with him talking. But I've got a lot of work done.
Conversation?
The stream went for about an. Okay, so an hour, I guess. Caesar would know better.
Yeah. The stream's been going for about an hour. I've been talking for about 59 minutes.
Just an hour of stories.
Yeah. So I've where we spent the rest of our time is we spent it in the van in the parking lot, sleeping in the van.
That's so sad.
So while at Six Flags area, what generally would happen is Nelson, Tamblegogan, and Scarlet would all kind of go together, and that kind of just left Sassy and I alone. And so during these times, we started to talk and get to know each other.
Yep.
And so that's kind of when friendships started trying to develop a bit. And also on the ride up, we had talked as such as well.
Right up.
In fact, on the way up, the conversation's going so well. Why are people laughing? What just happened?
Mamba Sugar is starting to start sticking a hole under Fade.
He's trying to verbally spleef me.
Mama, he will not notice it since he's in Fadecast mode. That's right.
Fadecast mode.
Caesar's decided Fade needs a podcast.
I'm notorious for
if a tree falls in the forest, would Fade stop talking or keep talking?
Probably.
Fade the talker. That's why he falls in holes.
This is where we first started, kind of talking. It was kind of funny because at the time, the conversation was going well. I wasn't really looking for a girlfriend because, again, not social. Never even had one up to that point.
And I had a boyfriend at the time anyways. I wasn't looking for him either.
That's where I was getting at. Sassy had let me know that she had a boyfriend. So not only was I not looking, really, but she not available regardless. So I'm like, all right, well, we'll just chill, have a conversation. Maybe I'll make a friend.
Mm-hmm.
So the trip happened. Fun things occurred,
Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome.
And we start to head back home. Now, the one part of the conversation that did happen on the way back home was Sassy, you probably remember this part better than I, but you did say something close to this. If I weren't currently dating, I think, basically I might be interested, is what she had said.
Yeah, but I don't think I said it then.
Okay. Yeah, then. And I was like, okay, sure.
Agreed,
that'd be fun.
They're pushing for Fadecast.
Just let me know that happens. She's like, okay, well, then she's like, if I ever break up, though, I'll probably need some time. I'm like, okay, fine. So,
that happened. That was a later conversation. That was not on the way
I'm
home.
skipping the Six Flags stuff. Basically, we're now on the way home.
We went to Six Flags. I got Fade on a roller coaster, which was amazing. And
Oh, okay. I do have to say something. So I have a fear of heights.
Yep.
I'm better now, but
for the most part, you don't like water towers, though.
It can be pretty intense. I don't think it's truly acrophobia, because the way I identify a phobia is you are so afraid of it that even if someone would hand you $1 million, you wouldn't do it. I'm not to that level.
Fade talks for the win. Thanks for the 10 bits. Yeah, you got to do it. People are throwing bits at it.
What's happening?
Oh, people are throwing bits.
Fade Talks podcast.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I guess I'll consider it. I mean,
yeah, think about it, Fade. Come on.
I mean, I guess
this is the greatest monologue I've ever heard, says C3PO. Oh my gosh, 3PO, hi. How are you, C? Welcome.
I'm enjoying the soliloquy.
Yeah, he can go on for hours like this. It can be fun sometimes.
She's being so charitable right now.
C knows what C's picking up what I'm putting down. Phobia is simply a fear that disrupts life in an unhealthy way. Okay, I don't think Fade has a phobia.
Okay.
That's good.
I will yield my definition or how I define it is certainly not the dictionary definition. I've always that's kind of so I always kind of feel like, you know, I can't really say I have acrophobia because like I would still do it. It's not paralyzing fear, so I'm trying to basically not overstate my fear of heights, but it's there. And it manifests itself in weird ways. Like whenever we're driving over a bridge, I don't like that. Whenever we drive near a water tower, I hate those unholy monstrosities, okay?
And the wind turbines.
Oh, I hate wind turbines. Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing. It's so funny. Because...
I know!
But he will still drive under them. I mean, come on.
My
C is asking how we're doing.
We're doing great.
We are doing very well. Thank you very much.
I was crazy before we got locked in, so.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, my
weird.
kryptonite consists of grapefruits, wind turbines, and water towers. Particularly those bulbous ones have the thin neck and they get all bulby at the top. I don't like walking underneath them. I just don't like it.
So weird.
They're evil. I hate them.
They're very strange.
So
that's okay.
She's like, you know, if we ever broke it off with my current boyfriend, you know, I'll call you. I might need some time. Well, they get home and like literally 3 days later.
It was
broke it off.
No, it was not that fast. Fade. Oh my gosh.
It was pretty dang fast.
No. What happened was we all had pictures, and of Six Flags, so we all met like I think 2 or 3 times over the summer, to do pictures, and to like trade them out and stuff like that. So that's what we did. Oh look, you're getting lots of grapefruit.
Yeah.
From Blues, from Sugar.
I'm drowning.
You're drowning in grapefruit. I had a grapefruit today.
Out. Oh, there's actually one in my place where I live.
What?
It's in the same building with me, guys. It's horrible.
Oh, yeah, it's in the fridge. I ate half of it this morning.
Man, why do you have to flirt with disaster like that, man?
What are you talking about? Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're gonna grow an extra nostril or something.
But basically, we did the trip in like...
She just lets that one go.
I didn't even hear what you said.
I said you're gonna grow an extra nostril or something. You're like, just...
Oh, you'll love me anyways. It's fine. I'm not too concerned about it. Don't ask, Mama. I don't know. Sugar.
Anyway, some short time after.
No, hold on. You distracted me. So basically, what it was is we took the trip in June, and then at the very end of August, because my dad lived in Connecticut at the time, and so he and I were chatting, and then that's when you.
Okay. May I take over?
Yeah.
May I tag in? Okay. So the reason I'm tagging in is something very important happened during the summer while she was in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, this is going to lead to another story, isn't it?
It is.
Okay, okay. During the summer, you're gonna be proud of me. I broke my arm. There's a story there, a
It's a
good
big
one,
story.
but it's a big one. So we will save that for another episode.
Another episode with Faye. Faye's
Yes.
story time.
So I guess just remind me someday, guys. I'll tell you the story of my broken arm. But anyway, I broke it during the summer.
That'll be at least an
And
hour, by the way.
It's a good one, I promise.
It's a good story. But it will be an hour.
That had happened. I broke my arm.
Yeah.
And so now I'm on my way back. Or on my way down. Anyway, I'm in the car. I don't remember. And I have her phone number. It's in my phone. I'm like, okay, we got several hours to get to our destination. We're on our way to Yellowstone from Iowa. It's probably about a 3-day trip the way we stop.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting there looking at my
First
phone.
episode of YouTube Fadecast, how I broke my arm when I was young. Oh my gosh.
Or how I broke my face trying to escape kindercare when I was like 8.
Yeah, he was an escape artist too. He escaped kindercare after he broke his face. Poor guy. He's got a cute little scar too from it.
I aborted the escape attempt and then broke
you
my
hurt
face.
yourself.
But anyway,
Yes.
yeah, well, okay, again,
Which Fadecast?
just remind me of how I broke my face story later, because I'll forget and I'll tell that one.
Oh, love Fade.
Oh, jeez.
Focus, the sugar. Focus. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Focus.
Focus. Okay. So, remembering where we're at.
Oh my gosh.
I'm staring at my phone, wondering if I should call or if it bother her. So I'm like, okay.
Plus, there's like a 3-hour time zone difference at this point too.
Yeah. So I called.
I was in
Like,
Connecticut.
she's gonna be so annoyed. She's gonna be so annoyed.
Is this using the formula to How I Met Your Mother?
I did it first.
Apparently.
And
Gosh.
she answers, and she's like, "Oh, hey." She's happy to talk to me. We must have talked for like 3 hours or something. We just talked for a long time, and that kind of became our pattern for a while.
Yep.
During the trip, particularly when I was driving while she was in Connecticut. On the way back, we had conversations too, which is after my arm got broke, and I didn't bring it up.
Tell me right away.
This would become important later.
I was mad.
Yeah, we will get to that. I didn't want her to worry. Also, to be fair, I didn't know the extent of my injury at that point either.
That's true.
Which is part of the other story. But anyway, I get home, start college, and we're doing orientation stuff. They have all these projects and things, kind of events that they do for the freshmen. We basically have the full run of campus. We get let in a full 2 weeks before all the other classes. So we got the college to ourselves. And one of the things that they would do is they would have movie time, I guess. They would have a movie that they would have on the quad, and they'd project it on the side of the library. And Sassy just had come back from Connecticut, and sometime in this time frame, she had stopped seeing her old boyfriend. We had decided we're going to go out together, and this was going to be our first date.
Good point.
So I'm like, this is great. This is going to be our first date. Now, Sassy, for this story, timing's important, so I'm going to ask that you let me do this bit, okay?
That's fine. I won't say anything.
Okay.
Look, it's my stream, and I'm not allowed to talk. And bench,
That's
yes.
right.
Yeah, I didn't see or notice the planter thing, but I like this bench here.
I can grab one of those potatoes for you to suck on in the meantime, Sassy.
I
if you
don't
need
need a
something
potato to suck on, and that's gross.
Okay.
Bleh.
Someone's going to clip that out of context, and no one's
Bleh.
going to know.
I can't even clip the story because it's taken like 45 minutes.
They can just watch the whole stream. It's fine.
It's fine.
So I'm like, this will be great. We're going to see this. So I
Oh my gosh.
I invite her. Like,
Just
this
a
is great. We're going
grapefruit
to
to
see a
suck on.
nighttime.
I can get that.
Ugh. Ugh. I'm pretty sure that's against the terms of service of Twitch. So I invite her.
Oh
And
my
then
gosh.
I'm like, okay, so what is the movie that we're playing tonight? It was The Red Dragon, the sequel to Hannibal Lecter, or the prequel. I forget. I think it was a
Yeah.
sequel. I'm like, oh, well, that's a great first date movie.
That's a great
Okay.
first date. Yeah.
All right. Well.
At
Okay.
this
Well,
point, I had
whatever.
broken up with my old boyfriend, and then gotten in with him, and this was
So
like my
I don't
first
even
date.
think I told her what it was. I just said it was a movie. I'm like, yeah, well, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Oh my gosh. Bring
So,
him a
the
grapefruit.
first thing.
You won't be able to see it though. I don't have a camera on him. You do something with this.
I'm safe in my dungeon.
That's right.
So, yeah, it's this Silence of the Lambs sequel.
Yeah, that's good.
We go to, I forget, I think I came and I picked you up, I believe.
You did, yes.
And,
you drove.
And so, I get out, and this is where she sees I have a broken arm.
Yeah, he didn't tell me. He must suffer. Fade? Are you there?
Yeah, can you not hear me?
I did not hear any of
Test?
that last little bit, so.
Oh, okay. What I said was I came to pick you up,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where you saw me with for the first time with my arm being broken, and
Yeah,
I had
that man.
said that I got told off a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. And
Just
I'm
a
like,
little.
oh, okay. And I'm like, after getting yelled at a little bit, I was like, well, we're gonna have a fun time watching a movie tonight. She's like, oh, what are we watching? Red Dragon.
Totally.
Yeah. She's like, okay. So,
No, it's not showing. What is
sit-
that? Is that a clip? Is that what you're trying to do, Sugar?
Well, those are neat looking benches. I
Thanks.
like those.
They actually get longer. It's weird. Did you
Yeah,
clip
the extending
something?
benches.
Okay, because it's a link. So, Caesar, you'll have to give her permission to or do that. Just
Okay.
send it to Caesar.
The Cesar will take care of this one. So I haven't realized how much I say so and now every time I hear it, it just grates on me. 'Cause
Longer
I
bench,
actually,
everyone. Yeah, that should work.
Man, I thought I trained away my but apparently not.
Actually, I
There
kind
it
of
is
like
again.
that.
The movie. So we make it there, and we're all in the grass. It's dark.
Oh,
The movie starts to
Nitika!
play.
Focus!
And,
Oh my gosh, Caesar! Gotta read that, Fade. But Nitika, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your tier 1 subscription, and it's 6 months. Oh my gosh, already.
Wow. Oh, half a year, man.
Half a year.
Okay, focusing on the story, says Streamlabs.
Yes, focus on the story. Fade, focus.
Okay, well, that's
And also, there's a potato clip. Thank you so much for clipping that. Oh my gosh. You have to watch this stream over again. I actually really like these long benches now.
Meanwhile, Sassy's trying desperately to like progress in the world.
I'm doing it. Look, I got all the concrete done.
So
I got benches.
I'm not
doing
telling
fine.
the story right now, and it's not my
Yes,
fault.
focus.
I'm focused.
Sugar says to
I
focus.
am focused.
I don't think you are.
We're sitting on the grass. It's dark,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sitting there with my broken arm, and amongst my other classmates, and we start to watch. About 15 minutes in, the automatic sprinkler system kicks on. And we're sitting in the field where all these sprinklers are. Now, I'm sitting here with the cast. Now, this is important. This is not like the material this cast was made out of this plastic that becomes goo when it gets wet, okay?
Yeah, I can't get wet.
And then when it gets dry, that's the form it stays in.
Yep.
I was instructed very specifically by the doctors, don't get it wet. Which leads to other stories because my arm has now been in this thing not wet for a long time, but we'll get to that later.
Yep,
Stinky arm story, put it on the bench. Anyway.
You have so many stories, Fade. See, so
I'm just
interesting.
remembering more and more as I go.
It's true.
Or I had a lot of
Plaster of
things
Paris,
happen
yes.
to me. Anyway, it was like this polymer stuff. But anyway, if it gets wet and it deforms, that's the shape my arm's going to be. I don't really want to have like a coat hanger arm.
This cast was from
I'm,
his
trying to keep
wrist
that
up to his shoulder, and his arm was bent.
Yeah,
So,
at a right
yeah.
angle. Yeah.
Episode
So the whole
2
thing
says
is
loose.
yeah. So the whole arm's in a cast. All this water's flowing everywhere. Everyone's freaking out. Now, I'm proud of myself. Everyone's freaking out. I had an instant solution. I was drinking something out of a cup. I just took my little plastic cup, and I just turned it upside down over the spigot that was next to me shooting water, and I continued to watch the show. I'm like, no big deal. I got this problem solved. Well, everyone else is freaking out, so I'm like, okay. Then they're worried about the projector getting wet, so they're going to relocate it inside, and they're going to put the DVD inside we're going to watch on TV instead. Like,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm like, well, all right. I let go of the cup. It goes flying, full of water.
Boom!
And like a missile, flies and hits some very well-endowed lady wearing a white dress right in the chest. Splash.
I did not see this
soaks it all
happen,
the way
by the
through.
way.
And she just happens to have her arm hooked around her boyfriend, which was probably captain of the football team or something, because he looked like a Sasquatch. Okay.
He was a big guy.
I
guess.
He was a huge guy, and here I am, little stick me with a broken arm, and I'm like, oh crap. Probably sounded about like that too. And then I hear him bellow. This happened in slow motion. This is like this missile.
Oh my gosh.
Who did that?
Yeah.
And I hear somebody else in the crowd. It was the guy with the broken arm. I'm like, okay, well.
I was watching the movie. I did not hear or see
coat,
any of this. None of it.
I take my coat and I wrap it around my arm so you can't see it. And I'm like, right, Sassy, I'm gonna migrate inside now. She's like, okay. And she's like taking her time. I'm like, Sassy, that mob with pitchforks is kind of coming for me. Can we kind of go? She's like, I'm not gonna run.
I'm not running.
I'm gonna die.
I didn't know what was happening. You had to explain it.
No urgency.
It's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh, it was the best ever.
I got lost in the crowd. We met inside the area, watched the show with no incident, went home. It was fine, but my gosh.
It was a
Tried to
disturbing
kill
show.
me on our first date.
It was not my fault.
That's what she said at the time too.
Well, it's true. Not
And
the fault. Not
yeah,
my
that was first date. You're like, yeah, we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
And then from there we kept seeing each other and stuff, and
onward and
here
so
we are.
forth.
Yep.
Here we are. It'll be 11 years of marriage in 11 years of marriage in September, and 19 together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That was
Oof.
a weird sound.
Okay, I'm gonna pass the mic
Yes.
over to you, Sassy. My
Yes,
throat's a bit
you were told to
parched.
hydrate, by the way.
Thank you, because oh,
I'm
Yeah.
just checking out flowers now. Hydrate the husband. Yeah, he'll get some
hydrate.
milk or
Hashtag hydrate
something.
the husband.
So that's cool.
Actually, I got some
Disaster
milk
says
right here.
that's awesome. It was fun. Hydrate without the sprinkler. Yeah.
I've always said I love it when problems happen, because then you get a great story. And there's been lots
It's
of
true.
problems.
We have so many. Like the first time I went to Yellowstone, and the first
yes.
night, and
Save it. We want to do it.
yeah,
justice.
we gotta save that anyways. Okay, Fade successfully finished the story, so
I did it.
So good job.
So how many people are still here?
A
Oh,
lot.
wow, we got 17 people. Holy
Yeah.
moly.
Ungrapefruit.
then.
Caesar takes out a grapefruit from Fade's pocket. Oh, good job.
Thank you.
You got
I have earned
ungrapefruited.
that.
Okay, Blues wants to know about babies. Amazing, happy, very early anniversary. Make sure I do not miss it. Thank you, Mrs. Wells.
Oh, well, Miss Wells, not you sat through
Thank
that whole
you
thing.
so
Thank you so much.
It's late here, so good night, says C. Good night, C3PO. Thanks for stopping by. You're amazing. Have a good sleep. And Sugar also took a grapefruit out of your pocket, and so did Blues.
Awesome.
Definitely
Fantastic.
take care, C.
Ooh, I must have done good.
Yeah, you got a good story. We should have a regular, day where you're just telling stories.
Well, people seem to like them, so.
Story time with Fate. So
I'm
what
game.
about the arm break story, says Disaster? See, you piqued their curiosity.
Oh, it's a good one, but
Yes,
I'm
I
going to
love
have
looking
to
about
tap.
says Mrs. Wells.
I have to
understand.
tap out. I need to get my throat a voice. I want to do
yes,
it
voice.
justice.
Achievement. I'm still here. Did we get an achievement for that? Yes. Yes. Congratulations, you have made it through one of Fate's, well, two of Fate's stories, actually.
Yes.
As
yes.
for the whole, like, babies thing, that's just, we don't have any kids. I think at this
there
time...
aren't any.
What?
Like, there aren't any, that's the
there
story.
There are no children. That's the story. We have no pets either, no fur children.
But my brother has 3 dogs.
That yeah, we have 3 puppy nephews. And we have... Nice, Sleepy. I am so down for Fade Story stream, says Sleepy. I know, I love them. It's fun.
You guys are awesome, thank you.
And I think they're being more than just kind. I think they actually did enjoy themselves.
Oh, okay, truth. If people didn't like it, they'd leave, right? So, no, I'm taking these compliments at face value. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you kindly.
The milk is great for getting
yes,
the
you
pipes.
did a good job. You did a good job. I did a good job, too. I got all the concrete done. And I'm working on beautification. And where'd my thing? There we go. I'll sleep. Hey! The night has passed, but I am sleeping. Wow. Fade prize. Caesar gets Fade a bucket of sauerkraut. A bucket?
Ooh.
Sassy wasn't
I know
distracted.
what I'm going to do with that.
Nope. Yo, you keep that away from me. I don't want the sauerkraut. Okay, let's plant this.
I won't do anything to you while you're in the computer room. I don't want to damage the equipment. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we do love Fade stories. He has so many... Oh, what the... What is this? This is not the plant I wanted.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
They're not the droids I'm looking for at all.
Oh, wow.
They're very different. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, Fate has the best stories, but you gotta be prepared. You need to have your popcorn, you know, a beverage, a comfy chair. Any Fate story time is gonna have Sassy on it too. The dynamic is so good. Thank you, Grim. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hey, Grim. Were you there
Grim's
for the whole
been
thing
here
too?
yeah, he's been here for a while. There's so many waypoints on the stone thingy.
That's like the biggest compliment is that like you actually stuck around.
Right?
It's funny because like
you can move them, Boyd, too.
Like I don't like forgetting anything. Like, you know, memories are precious, right? So I will recite them like in the mirror and talk to myself and do all sorts of weird things just to solidify.
It's really fun
brain.
Coming upon him when he's talking to himself, by the way.
Oh, jeez. It's so embarrassing. So I get to the point. Okay, I talk on the phone for my job.
Yep.
I do YouTube stuff. I talk to myself. You know, it gets to the point where sometimes I'm having one of these soliloquies and I don't know I'm doing it out loud. And
what?
That's
How
embarrassing.
am I getting these weird flowers?
It can be. I'll be like role playing Agent Johnson, having conversation with myself, trying to figure out my next thing I'm doing for a video. Sassy comes walking by. You okay? You know.
Or I'll just go in. Why, hello, Agent Johnson. How have you been?
This is a private conversation between myself and Fade. You are intruding.
Well, I'll leave then. Campfire Stories with Fade, new series idea. Ooh!
It's like, yes, leave me be. She shuts the door to the bathroom. I continue to have a conversation.
Yeah,
Reality sinks in. Yeah.
He's hilarious. I like that. Campfire Stories with Fade. Fade, write that down.